I almost said hard no, but I didn't want to say that.
Thing stretches. I'm a grower, not a show.
Man,
Okay?
here, little fucker.
Battle of the Bulge every goddamn day with me, brother.
Oh my god.
We could have been live for this one.
We are so fucking.
Yeah, we should have.
Nah,
Yeah, aren't we?
nah, I just recorded.
Listen,
It says live because we're live now, but
listen. Don't worry about it.
because we're back. Guess who's back? Back again. And we are back with
Snack a friend.
the BOD podcast, Brothers of Discussion. And John, friend, tell them what we're doing this week.
What we gonna do right here is go back
Way back.
to last weekend.
Back into last
So not even a
weekend.
week ago.
Yeah.
Right, let's go.
We're gonna kind of recap WrestleMania 42. But we're also gonna involve the comments from our Facebook post asking people their honest opinions on WrestleMania 42. When this episode is posted, I plan on tagging all of these people so that they can see what we have to say about their mostly shitty opinions.
Yeah, and what's cool, again, that's what I was just going to say, is that we get the benefit of asking them, hey, what are your opinions on this? And then getting the shit all over them. So thank you
Yes.
for the candid fodder.
There's
I appreciate
there's
it.
a couple of them that I very much look forward to.
Yeah. So we will be able to kind of give our opinions on WrestleMania as we shit on your opinions on WrestleMania. But I mean, if you guys are ready to get right into it, John,
I'm ready to get started. I mean,
Let's call someone out.
Do we want to start with a comment first, or do we want to talk about how we felt? Because we can talk about how we felt about it first.
Yeah, let's do that first. Let's see how we felt, how everything went down.
So, would you like me to start?
good.
Let's
Okay.
just start it.
Night one was highly disappointing. And I came in with low expectations. I enjoyed 2 matches, and that might be generous, maybe 1.5 matches I enjoyed from night one. I did like ISHO Speed. He definitely
Showed out.
it showed that he took it serious and trained
Yeah.
and actually attempted to do something well for WWE and for himself.
Yes.
But all the outcomes were very, very fucking obvious that those were going to be the outcomes,
Yeah,
except for
predictable.
that match. I really thought that the Vision was going to beat the Usos and LA Knight. Other than that, Drew and Jacob probably had the best male match, but it was a fucking like street fight.
Mhm.
So why wasn't anybody bleeding? Drew McIntyre was in just a couple of regular matches.
Because
just
Cody,
bleeding.
Cody and Randy needed to bleed and bust their eyes open and
That's-
all that shit.
okay.
So you can have multiple matches with blood. I'm just
Yeah.
saying it's probably why.
Especially
which is
at a
stupid.
fucking WrestleMania pay-per-view. It's a blood feud at that point.
Yeah.
And then Liv and Stephanie Vaquer was a good match, but exactly what everybody thought. Fuckery at the end. Speaking of fuckery, Roxanne Perez. Anyway,
Yeah.
that ending was kind of what you expected it to be. So, but it was a good overall match, just with a bad ending. So that's my thoughts on night one.
Yeah, I thought night one was definitely not anywhere near where night two was. Like the way, I don't know, just too many like bland matches. Like it was just like you said, like it was very predictable. You know who the hell was gonna win. Like I think I predicted for the first time a perfect fucking pay-per-view. Like I predicted
everything except for the first match. You got the first match
except
wrong. We all
the
said
Vision.
Division.
Yeah,
But
but
our episode with the kids,
yeah.
all 4 of us said Division.
Yeah, and but yeah, I mean, you're right. Like ISHO Speed, that was a good showing by him.
Yeah.
And then what my highlight of the night for night one was Paige coming back and just destroying shit right away. She got gold. So
You love to see Paige come back
Mhm.
for sure. I love to see her come back, but I'm gonna save this for when Aaron brings it up because I know we have the same view on it.
Okay.
So,
My takeaway from WrestleMania night one, and again, I'm not totally invested in the show, but I feel like some of the matches were there just to be matches. Like you could have had the Usos against Jake Paul or Logan Paul and Austin Theory for the titles. That could have been the match with I Show Speed on the outside, not actually fucking wrestling.
Yeah, well, then how are you
going
going to get LA Knight involved? So
have him wrestle with somebody else. It's fucking stupid. That's my whole thing. Like these matches were just matches to
and
be
they were
put
very
together.
short.
You know?
matches.
Yeah.
they were
It was
for the
very
most
short.
part.
Yeah.
So I actually read that night one had a runtime of 3 hours and 55 minutes. I think that's what it was, or maybe 35 minutes.
Yeah.
82 minutes of it was wrestling. The rest of it was ads and fucking
Now here's
other
where
shit.
here's where I'm at.
Which is 80. So
Those are mark ass numbers. They are. But here's the thing. If there was 82 minutes of really good fucking wrestling and storytelling,
that'd be different.
we wouldn't give a fuck. So that's my whole
true.
takeaway from night one is if there was one really good story told to take away from, it would have been good, but there just wasn't. Like I'm going to go to the main event because that's what you take away from everything from those. Okay.
And that should
night
be the
one,
story,
you know, the
story.
blood, the eye, that was cool.
Mhm.
But you didn't see the eye until after because they cut off. All right. But it was convoluted. If you would have not put Pat McAfee in that storyline and just had the Randy versus Cody story,
And then
it might have been something.
And then
But the
Randy
whole
Orton
beginning of the-
RKOing fucking Pat McAfee.
None of it made
no
sense.
Yeah.
the whole
That
thing
was-
didn't make sense. None
And
of
at
it made
the
sense.
end, after Cody won and Randy Orton grabbed the title and fucking turned around, it was the slowest. Like, if Cody didn't see that attack coming, like,
Mhm.
if we're trying to be realistic and
Mhm.
make fans be like, oh, this is real, there's no way in hell that Randy Orton would have been able to hit Cody then.
See what I took the slow hit with the title as Randy second guessing if he was going to do it, and Cody thinking that maybe he wouldn't. That's the I
okay,
thought
that's fair. That's fair.
for that split
No, that's
second.
fair.
That's what I thought they were trying to tell,
Mhm.
and then he hit him. That's what I thought, and then he kind of struggled a little bit in the
good point.
ring, and then I heard the crowd starting to chant the punt,
Yeah,
and then he went to it. I'm like, all right, this makes sense, and like so that aspect was good.
that's fair. That's
Get
I
rid of
didn't
the-
look at it that way.
Get
That's
rid of the
fair.
whole Jelly Roll and Pat McAfee. You didn't need it. It fucked up that main event.
Well,
The first,
okay.
so the first 5 to 10 minutes of that
Yeah,
match
yeah.
was Pat McAfee and then Jelly Roll coming out of nowhere and saying,
No,
and then
Yeah,
giving him
but-
an elbow. Like, what the fuck?
I
It
feel
was-
like so they threw with that aspect, they just threw the celebrity in our faces.
Yeah.
They're trying to go back in the day where it was glamour. Like, first of all, yeah, it definitely not the same feel, right? Like they were just like, let's just
Pamela
throw these.
Anderson Pamela Anderson
Let's just
walked
throw these.
Diesel to the ring.
And
She
then
didn't
sat-
fucking wrestle. She didn't
No.
jump. She didn't put somebody through a table. She didn't.
Right.
She didn't come out and cut a promo 2 weeks
Another thing
before.
I
and-
want to add.
Hmm.
Nia Jax and Lash Legends little tribute to Demolition.
Fantastic.
That was cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I say Lash Legend as somebody that night we were watching it said, "Oh, she looks like Meg the Stallion." I said, "No, she looks like Meg the Clydesdale.
Yo.
She's much bigger than a stallion."
I think that's my favorite thing about WrestleMania now is the way the guys and girls get to dress up and do something fun.
Yeah.
You know, like Trick with the
Oh,
long
that-
ass.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
That
Yeah.
was-
You
Well,
know,
you
at that
bet.
point, he could have had the shittiest match of the night.
All right.
He probably had the
So
coolest fucking look coming out.
I'll,
you know,
I'll go ahead
But-
and educate you guys here a second about Lil Yachty. So I don't know his music very much, but my son
Barely.
is familiar with him, and I've seen videos of his concerts and how he came out dancing down before Trick came out. That's actually how he starts his shows.
Yeah.
So it was like, it was cool. He got to like highlight exactly what he does.
Yeah.
So I respected that.
and
I
again,
was
did
like, oh,
Lil
that's
Yachty
cool.
get involved in the match? Take any bumps?
He did
Put
a,
anybody through?
he
but-
did a little
Sure, but like, was he a focal point?
guillotine.
Was he a focal point?
No.
And a no.
He just helped with the entrance
Yes,
aesthetic.
that was
Yes.
That's the way you do a celebrity,
Mhm.
thing.
For sure.
Like I think that was done right
Yeah.
because
Also, may I add, I said it in a post.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but George Kittle had the most fun that anybody
Sure.
could have at a fucking WrestleMania.
it's the way to do it.
Anytime they put that
That's
dude on
my
the screen,
boy.
he chugged a
Chugged a
beer.
beer.
It was
That's my
fucking
boy.
awesome.
Smart.
Taking beers out
So
of
awesome.
somebody's hand.
He's one of those unapologetic
Yes.
wrestling
He's
fans.
Yeah.
and
I
he's
love
just
that.
he's him.
Yeah,
You can tell
love it.
he's that.
Yeah.
He's just always himself.
Yep.
Fucking love it.
I think the presentation was fantastic. I think it'll never be beat. I don't care how
Right.
much I love AEW.
I agree.
I love their shows. Their London show looks so cool. I just don't think they will ever get the look that a WrestleMania gets. It just there's something how even with Vince gone, the way that it's shot, the way that it's set up,
Mhm.
even with all the stupid fucking commercials and nonsense, it still just feels so much different than
Yeah.
any other wrestling
agree.
show you watch. So
I agree.
to that aspect, I always tip my
All right,
hat
so
to them.
What do you think on night one? What do you think the best match was?
I think it was the match that shouldn't have happened. Jacob Fatu and Drew. They should have been wrestling for the title in a triple threat with fucking Cody.
Yeah,
That story made more sense than throwing Randy in.
yeah.
It didn't make sense at that point. Like, why? I know he's back, but who
What
the
do you,
fuck
what do you
cares?
think, Fran? What do you think the best match night one was?
I want
And
to.
not for just your feels, the best overall match. Because for your feels, it was Paige returning. I know.
Yes.
I know you like
Yes,
Paige.
that was.
You
I
always
thought
have.
that was a great match. Like, too. I mean, as well. Wow. Yeah. I mean, Jacob and Drew. I mean, obviously, like I can say that overall, like, good match. Like, you didn't know who was gonna win. The
Those
anticipation
guys
and
wrestle.
the way they
those guys wrestle so aggressive
Right.
every match.
Right.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like they just turn it up every fucking no matter what match they're having. It doesn't matter who they're wrestling.
Mhm.
They're always going to just turn the
Oh, yeah.
volume up always, and I fucking
yeah.
love that about them.
So I mean, is it fair for us to just move on to night two then?
Yeah,
I guess.
sure.
So we already talked about Trick. Love that Trick beat Sammy.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
And now that sets up Trick and Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah.
That has to happen.
Yeah.
How about the kickoff tonight too? Two beasts, Oba versus Brock. Like, honestly, like I'm telling you, I got butter. Like when Oba was fucking even just walking down to the ring, I'm like,
got a presence.
he is the next. I
got a
guess
presence.
we talk about this all the time.
We
Like,
do.
don't fuck it up,
Yeah.
Triple H.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Did you know that Mother Nature and Chuck Norris fucked, and that birthed Oba Femi?
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
He's just got everything. Like
Yes.
he's got there's an it. Like they say that a lot in the business. Like you can't smell it, you can't taste it, you can't touch it. Just some people have it or they fucking don't. And
he just has
he's a presence.
yes, and not to mention he's a big ass dude.
Yeah.
Like not many big dudes get over.
Yeah.
If you think
You're
about
right.
it,
You're right.
when they try
Good
to
point, Fran.
without help.
when they try to push
Here he is dropping
when they
facts
try
again.
to push
Tell him.
Braun Strowman, right? Like it was just
he
like
did get over though.
he got
Where's he
over.
now?
No, what I mean, he got over.
He's got drop foot or something.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, Oba as the
Yeah.
like I don't know.
By himself,
They're
he got
doing-
over.
They're
Braun
doing-
Strowman got over
doing
with
it
the
well.
help of the
Now,
Wyatts.
I think what you're saying is like for a long time it was the Hogans, the Warriors, those guys, and then at some point when Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart became like
the thing.
from that point on,
Mhm.
it was really smaller guys other than like Batista, Triple H, Cena,
Yeah,
Undertaker from time to time.
Yeah.
But those
Yeah.
were the champs. Those weren't the fan favorites necessarily,
Yeah.
right?
yeah, but when you and that's why I say like when you think
Oba's
of
got it all. Oba's got it all.
yeah, and when you think
Got a
of
presence.
when
You
you
know what?
think of Brock Lesnar though, what's
I'm letting
the
you
first
finish.
adjective you think about? Beast.
Yeah,
Right? You
Yeah.
think he's even huger than the guys you mentioned.
yeah.
Like honestly, like I know Cena's big, but you don't think of Cena like, oh my god, like he's a fucking
And Oba
beast.
calling himself the ruler.
Yes.
What a great fucking like if you look at a guy like that and he says like you're like, okay, you're right. Yes, you are the ruler. I agree that that's an accurate assessment of what you do in life. Yeah, I can see that. So it's really fitting.
Nah,
for him.
yeah, it was
yeah.
that was a good match. Like honestly, I know it was short, but that was man,
That's
heavy
what Brock
hitters.
does, though. Like and like I said,
Heavy hitters.
and I called it. Like
Like,
I didn't
Hold
call it. You said he was gonna
Hold
that
on.
Oba was gonna win.
Hold
I
on.
said Brock should win, but
Hold on.
we all knew it
We've
was coming.
been doing this show for a year.
Yeah.
And who is one person I've been telling you for an entire year is going to be
Yeah,
fucking
no,
huge.
It makes sense. Sure.
yeah, no, you called it.
I've been calling
Long
it.
time
I've been
ago.
calling Oba
Yeah.
Femi. I said this dude is fucking it.
Yeah.
Before you guys even seen him.
I think when he
Oh
came
yeah, I
out
never even heard of
when
him.
he came out at the Rumble,
fucking yeah.
That was the
And-
first time you saw him wrestle, I think.
Yes.
When he came out at the Rumble.
and when he came out and did that fucking entrance he does,
Yes.
it's like, whoa,
right? Like you
what
felt
the
that shit.
fuck? Yeah. And again, for a
Yeah.
guy who's been watching wrestling since he was a kid, and I'm 40 now, to feel that through the TV it just doesn't fucking happen that often
Nope.
anymore.
No.
Where somebody comes through like that.
And once again, Brock had the same
Aura.
feeling,
yeah,
aura.
yeah, he did.
But now, obviously, he's
And
getting
not-
older.
and
Now
not
we've
even
seen
so
it.
much with Brock, because I'll tell you what, when Brock first came
You
out,
think
I was
he's
like,
done?
yeah,
You think he's actually done?
I think so.
so.
You know what I think he's doing?
I think he's done.
I think he's actually done.
Yeah.
But you know what I think he's going to do? I think he's going to go to that fucking RAF, Real American
That'd be cool.
Freestyle, and fucking wrestle a couple things there
That'd be cool.
before he hangs it up with his athletic career.
I mean, I think with Oba, he is the future, and I think he's got all the tools, and Brock's the perfect guy to
Put
kind of
him
pass it
over.
to him.
Yeah,
Put
pass
him
the
So
over.
if it does retire
For
him,
sure.
cool. And honestly, I think Brock's retiring because the lawsuit's getting heavier, and he's getting named in it more and more.
So-
So it's just they're probably pushing his ass out. And again, I'm sure he's not wrestling because he needs the money. I'm
right.
pretty sure he's pretty fucking set
Yeah.
in life.
I
And
want
he's got stable.
I
So
I want to
there's
move
that.
on
Well,
to the
Hold
Go
on.
ahead.
Hold
Okay.
on. One last thing. I just feel like Brock was sick of taking bumps.
Sure.
He's fucking like, listen, we're in our 40s.
He's 48,
right?
I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine? I don't even care. You can
47,
train
48,
for that.
something like that.
You can train the fucking hit the floor like that. You can do that all day. But eventually that shit's gonna catch up with
Yeah.
you. Like, I just feel like
Yeah.
like after those, he was like, hell the fuck
And
no.
again, if you got enough bread,
Real
like, you
quick,
got-
yeah.
You got a whole
well, that
farm.
too. That too.
You know?
Real quick, shout out Gannon University, District 2 National Championship in basketball. Congratulations, guys.
Go get it.
But I want to go ahead and go to the women's championship match.
Yeah.
Because the outcome of the match isn't what I would have done. Jade should have won, kept the title. It's better. It'd be better. Rhea doesn't need the championship. We've said this a million times. But I do want to say that is the best Jade Cargill has looked in a WWE ring her entire WWE career. She had some really good shit in AEW where she looked really good,
Mhm.
but that was the best she's looked in WWE ring.
Agreed. And I will agree to that.
That's
Like,
That's all I
Rhea's
really
a
have to
great
say about that
wrestler.
match.
And again, I'm on and maybe not the minority, but I'm on the opposite side of that, where I feel like she came out better because she lost. If you know what I mean, like because now she has to chase it again, and now it opens up Rhea to kind of go on another run, which she deserves, and it's going to elevate the belt
Mhm.
because the belt has kind of taken a backseat, I think, to the Liv Morgan storyline.
yeah.
And now that's going to be a heavy competition. And when you're looking at it on paper, to have Liv Morgan as a champ on one show and then Rhea Ripley, that's
Yeah.
pretty fucking good. So from a business point of view, I thought it was the right move. And getting it off of her again, WrestleMania is a time to do the happy payoffs. That's usually what you get.
Yeah.
So typically
I
the
get it,
baby
but-
face goes over there.
you
so-
meant-
So also, I did say to you
Mhm.
that I said to both of you guys that Jade's gonna win, and Bianca's gonna come back and wrestle her.
Yeah.
It's gonna that's
She's
gonna be
having
a
a whole
huge.
baby now. It's dope.
So Bianca's pregnant. Congratulations
That's
to her,
dope.
Montez Ford.
Yeah, it's good shit.
Do you think if she wasn't pregnant and she was scheduled to come back, the outcome of that match would have been different? Because I think it would have.
Yeah, because I would have started a whole new feud.
Jade and Bianca's a huge star.
I
think.
still think Jade would have lost. What they probably would have done is had Bianca come out and
help
cross
out.
Jade.
Yeah, help
Okay.
Rhea out. That makes
Set up that
sense.
storyline.
That makes sense.
When in theory,
That
I
does
never
make
understood that, right? Because if you really want to get at somebody who fucked you and they're the champ,
You want to
you
win the
maybe
title
cost them to win the title so you can wrestle them for the title instead of
Yeah.
just wrestle them.
for sure.
I never understood that concept of I'm going to fuck you out of the title so I can wrestle you not for the title. What sense does that make? I know it's the baby face thing to do, but come on.
Ladder match, Intercontinental Championship.
Mhm.
Fun. Ladder
Yeah,
matches are always
Fucking
fun.
Penta winning was the right decision.
Sure.
If it
Yes.
wasn't going to be Penta, it needed to be Javon Evans.
Yeah.
He-
Javon
too
Evans, but it's too
Too
soon.
soon.
But Javon Evans came out looking fucking great.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Dragon
like
Lee
always.
came out looking fucking great.
Yeah.
You got Cena retired. You got fucking AJ Styles retired. You got Brock Lesnar retired. You got Rey Mysterio. Booyaka, booyaka, bitch.
Yeah.
He's still
He's
out
still
here.
going.
All right. I was going to bring that up.
He's still going.
He was moving around
Yeah.
like he was
I get it.
regular Mysterio. Like I was watching him like, what the fuck?
So my predictions
still go so
my
quick.
predictions here for that Intercontinental Championship is I really feel like they're going to have Rusev beat Penta eventually for that title.
They need to.
And they're going to have Javon Evans beat Rusev as the ultimate underdog against Rusev.
That would be,
and
it would
get
be a
him
good
the
storyline.
championship.
It would
I
be.
think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Javon Evans needs to hold
I don't
one of these mid-card titles by the end of this year. He has to. Or
Yeah,
people will
I
get
mean-
tired of him. Because your boy's bouncy. But it's not like he needs something more. He needs
this?
more. Javon Evans.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah,
But,
I think so.
And a title reign, Intercontinental Championship reign for him, I think will help elevate him.
You know what I think? Now I'm just kind of going through. You know what I think would be good for him? He needs a big guy. He would be great in a tag team where it's like him and like a Big Show. That would be, or Kane. That would be great. He needs a big guy to tag with. Those are always like, if you want to get that little guy over, put him in a team like that. And you know, and I think that would be so.
But he's not even a little guy. He's just thin.
That's what I mean. Like
He's a pretty tall.
Oh yeah,
he's a big dude.
Yeah, he is. He's bigger than all of us.
Yeah.
But I mean, compared to, which I guess you know what I mean. He's
I know
slim,
what you're
you know
saying.
What I'm saying?
He's
like,
slim.
Somebody who's a different style than him.
He looks like a 3 or 4 inch taller Kofi Kingston with his body shape.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, in the earlier. Yeah.
So
An old Kobe Kingston.
but that guy's got a bright future as well,
Yeah,
for sure.
but
I think
I mean,
the right tag partner with him, where they can have some chemistry, build character to where he can break away.
not even
That's
like
always
a big guy, maybe just like a super fucking violent guy.
Or somebody with
like
the opposite
like
style.
a Jacob Fatu.
Yeah,
type guy.
yeah.
Or like if Kevin Owens came back
Him and Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
If him and Drew McIntyre could be a team, or something of that
Yeah.
along those lines, where you can get him where the ring
I
styles aren't the same.
No.
That somehow always works. It does.
Yeah, I could see that.
But yeah, I don't agree with Rusev should win it
I think
over
so.
Penta. I don't know.
I'm looking at it.
I feel
I'm
like-
looking at it as for future booking because I want Javon Evans to get that title, and I feel like Javon Evans and Rusev would be a good storyline to make Javon Evans be the underdog and like overcome this big man, you know what I mean, thing. So that's how I was looking at
On a
it.
side note, if you've watched Lucha Underground, they could do a lot with Penta. Penta can turn heel, and he can be Penta Dark. He did that in Lucha Underground. He was Pentagon Jr., and they went to Pentagon Dark, and then he went all black, and he wrestled different, and it was fucking badass. Like,
What
you
else
can do a
was-
lot with this guy.
What else was good on night 2?
I thought the main event delivered.
The
So-
main event, yes, delivered until the end. I felt like the ending was just CM Punk like couldn't like hang anymore.
Well, yeah, that's
Kind of thing.
He,
Like,
did
it
the low
would-
blow. He was doing everything he could to try to win.
No,
try to
but
keep the
that
title.
was my whole thing. The match was great. I thought it was great. I thought CM Punk did hang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And having a scratch and claw
But
to
it
try
was
to win and
just
not
like,
win. I thought
at
it was,
the
I thought it was
end-
good storytelling.
the end,
Here's my
it was just
only gripe,
nah.
and actually, you know what? I won't say my only gripe because somebody said it.
Cool.
And we're gonna go over what these people said.
Cool.
But there was one part in the match where I was like, okay, it's over, and it wasn't. We'll just leave it there.
Yeah.
But yes, Roman should have won the title. I don't like Roman, but I just can't see CM Punk sustaining it.
Yeah.
And there's so many other stories that you can build off of Roman because of his title reign for fucking 3 years, the reign of terror, pretty much.
Yeah.
There's so much beef and different things that can
Right.
happen.
And then also with CM Punk, the only reason he has the title is
Because
because
Seth Rollins was
Seth Rollins got hurt.
Yeah.
So they was
Fair.
like, here you go. You're the
I did-
next in line. You know
I
what I
did
mean?
say-
It wasn't. They
I
didn't
did
have
say
nothing.
that the only thing that would surprise me in that match would be if it was a clean finish with no outside interference. It wasn't a clean finish,
Yeah.
but there was no outside
No,
interference.
I figured there
So
wouldn't be.
it surprised me.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
went the way it went.
Yeah.
So I give him that.
I still think,
Guys keep chatting. I'm gonna beef.
and I said this years ago, I think before WrestleMania went to 2 nights, and it was 7-8 hours. That they had 2 options to have 2 nights like New Japan used to do, because New Japan at one point, their roster was so big that they ran 2 shows, a Saturday and a Sunday show, or a Friday, Saturday, whatever the fuck it was.
Mhm.
And I said that'd be a great concept for WWE. They did eventually go to that, but that's when they had enough matches to fill a card. I don't think they needed 3 or 4 of the matches that they had at WrestleMania.
Right.
I mean, again, like I said, that 6-man tag to open up
Mhm.
night 1.
Mhm.
You didn't need that.
Mhm.
You could have a tag match for the tag titles that weren't defended at WrestleMania. Do something else,
And-
with Jake with LA Knight. LA Knight and Randy Orton could have had a match. That would have been cool. Have them 2 fucking wrestle. You know?
Agreed.
Why not? Let
But
LA
yeah,
Knight
you're
go
right.
over.
You're right. I mean, but if you
Then you can have your triple threat with Randy Orton or with Cody and Jacob and Drew. You're eliminating a whole fucking match there, and you're highlighting the tag titles. Like, make sense. They put together a WrestleMania card just to put it together. They didn't build to it.
well,
We go to
okay,
like
so
we
I
even
was
go to
gonna-
like we go to
Yeah,
like
we completely skipped over Seth and Gunter as well.
you know why? Because I called it when we talked about the card. It's your typical fucking Seth Rollins match, and Gunther is gonna. Seth Rollins loses at WrestleMania, other than when he cashed in at Money in the Bank.
But we got to talk
He
shit on
always-
Braun Breaker, how awful that spear was.
he
know,
fucking ran 50
And
yards.
it made me laugh too, because it was
Again.
at the Raiders Stadium,
Yeah,
so they're used to bad tackling.
It's like
I
that.
just again.
Yeah, but if you
How about this? How
think
about
about
they have
old
their match?
WrestleManias, though,
Seth loses, and then you have Braun come out.
On
Why does it
Monday.
have? It didn't need to have. It didn't need to be there.
Yeah,
So, and again, Seth losing at WrestleMania, it's just that's what he does. He loses every fucking WrestleMania he wrestles, except for when he cashed in
So
in the
let's-
middle of a triple threat match.
let's go
That's what
to
he does.
some of our viewers' comments here. I'm
Yeah.
gonna read the first one.
And while John reads the first one, Friend and I are gonna take a shot.
I'm gonna read this, and I'm gonna do my best. I know
Salud, mi amigo.
there's the member of the mid card mess group. Awesome person. I'm gonna butcher your name because I'm so white. So it's either Kiwanis Club Nicole King or Kiwana Mexico Nicole King or Kiwana.
Something along those lines.
Something along those
Thank you
lines.
for commenting, by the way.
Thank you for commenting.
Yeah.
Thank
What do you
you
got
for
to say?
supporting. We do appreciate it.
Scream
out.
So she says it was missing the entertainment factor. The stars they had didn't bring it for me. Oba versus Brock could have been a little longer, honestly. Jay did pretty good against Rhea. I'm not against Penta winning, but for the determination Javon displayed, it would have been great to see him win. He would bring a lot more publicity to the title. The ladder match was great. IShow Speed did amazing with his match. As much as I am a Cody fan, he wasn't pushed like he could be, and I wasn't too impressed by the match. Still don't know the purpose of Pat McAfee. Roman and Punk was a great match with stamina and heart. So, something you just said is
Very good
dumb-
assessment.
it's a fair assessment, but
Yeah.
one thing you said is really fucking stupid.
Want to hear?
That Javon would bring more publicity than Penta. Are you fucking kidding me?
I don't know
Why do you think Penta has the title right now?
Yeah.
Because he's been pretty much the poster child for Raw since they went to Netflix.
Netflix, yeah. The Netflix
Penta
channel.
sells tons of merch. Everybody's out there doing a Cero Miedo shit. Javon, it would be better for wrestling fans, and we would love to see it, but Penta, way more publicity than Javon probably will in his career.
Go back and listen to my first podcast with my brother 11 years ago when I talked about Penta. He's been over for a long time. You want eyeballs on your show? Put it on him. He's a guy. That's why I think John's onto something with the Rusev deal, because I think the extra eyeballs on AEW. He did some movie or some shit. He's on a show coming up.
Yeah.
So I think the extra publicity, I think when that show or whatever movie he did while he was in AEW comes out, that's when that title's going to get on them because they're not dumb.
No,
They're not dumb. They're smart with stuff like that. But I agree.
I agree.
She said what I said about the entertainment value.
So
I agree.
We
Yep,
broke down the
yep.
time
That's
of
what I was gonna
entrance
say.
and commercial and wrestling, and she said the same thing I did in a nutshell, where the matches, they were good. We're not saying anything about it. They didn't feel like WrestleMania matches.
every single thing that she said, I agree with, except for
yeah.
Javon bringing more publicity
Yeah.
than Penta. But other than that,
Yeah, I
great
agree.
assessment.
I
That's
agree.
the only thing I disagree with you on. So there's where you're wrong.
Yeah.
If you watch our show in the past,
Wrong. And like just like the litmus
You're
test
wrong.
of ask 100 wrestlers. If you do the Family Feud thing,
Yeah.
if you ask 100 wrestlers, who do you know?
I'm gonna be that guy.
More Javon Evans or Penta. The
So-
majority are going to know Penta over Javon Evans.
So no,
hands
but
down.
also the shit. I'm gonna tell you this right now because I'm with y'all. Like I love me some Javon Evans.
Yeah.
But this is clearly because of in the past, black talent has not been pushed the way they should.
Mhm.
Black wrestling fans want them to be pushed, and I think that's what this is with Javon Evans.
Sure.
Yeah.
I
No
think
offense, no
that's my-
offense to you, but
No.
that's just
Let him
kind of
get over first. Just let him
Yeah.
get over. He's
He
on
is
the main
getting
roster.
over. He's getting there.
Let him get over.
He's
getting
getting
over.
But
Let him
I
get there.
I
Yeah,
said
yeah,
earlier,
he's young.
him,
yeah, like
him,
I said.
him in like a fucking ultimate underdog feud with somebody like Rusev or like Sheamus, for instance. If Sheamus ever wrestles again, I don't know what's up with him.
Mhm.
Javon Evans and Sheamus could put on some of the fucking best matches you'll ever watch.
Mhm.
Or, dude, Javon Evans and Sheamus tag team, and they beat fucking Theory and Paul.
That would be cool.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
Them two together? That'd be nuts. That'd
And
be fun.
and he could come out and be like, "Your boy Irish."
Yeah,
And
yo, they would have some.
it'd be great.
All
You're
right,
welcome.
Frank,
great
you going-
storyline.
you going to the
let's
next
go.
one?
Let's go with the next one. Here we go. It had a lot of ups and downs by Jesse Klutz.
Jesse Klutz, who's going to be on the show here
Yep.
in about a month.
Looking forward to it, young lady.
It had a lot of
It's
ups and
it's a man,
downs.
but
Looking
Some-
forward to it, sir. We have another Jesse that we're.
Yep. Some of
Was it
the
Jesse we're interviewing.
Jess.
See, my bad.
Some of the action was sloppy. The camera guys, production truck had several issues. They weren't a ton of exciting entrances like there usually is.
It's true.
The matches that were really good weren't long enough, with the exception of the main event on Sunday. Now, for ups, LOL, Brock retiring unexpectedly was an emotional moment, which, yes, great. I mean, that was a good thing for me.
If you're a bitch, it was emotional.
Well, whatever.
Okay.
We're not. We could be a bitch sometimes in fucking
I'm
life.
not a bitch for a guy
All
who's
right.
being accused.
And
of
then
sex
seeing
trafficking.
Brock break down in tears for a second, and Paul crying is a moment to remember.
For sure. Okay, I'll give you that.
Punk Roman stole the weekend.
Agreed.
Yeah. Rollins Gunther was great, but had no trickery from Rollins. So basically like a clean match, nothing. Trick getting the win was a great idea, and he and Sammy put on a hell of a match.
Also correct.
There are a lot more, but it's too much to type. LOL.
Sammy's not one that we talk about enough. He's had a lot of good WrestleMania matches. Him
Yeah.
and Gunther was great. He ended Gunther's reign. He gave him a top
That was-
brain buster.
That was Gunther's first
Dope.
WrestleMania win.
Yeah.
You know that.
What's that?
This
Oh, that
WrestleMania
that
was
makes
his first
sense.
WrestleMania
That
win.
makes sense.
Wow.
He lost to Sammy, then he lost to Jey Uso.
Did not know
He
that.
lost two
That's
championships
Mm-hmm.
consecutively: Intercontinental Championship, World Championship, and then he beat Seth Rollins.
And again, I've said this a bunch. I've heard it from the best. It's not about who goes over; it's about who gets over. That's what pisses me off about that Seth Rollins Gunther match. What did it do for anybody?
Really
It did
didn't,
nothing
really didn't do
for
anything.
nobody.
Well, that was okay.
It's just a match for a match.
That match pissed me off. To be honest, the
Yeah.
booking, they just threw them together
Yes.
3 weeks before the fucking
Yes.
rest. I'm being real, and I'm a Gunther.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm a Gunther fucking fan. Like, it's just like, wait, well, what?
Why Seth? Come back.
Right? Like, just like
Interject yourself in the title match. Choke
to
out the
me,
champ.
there was no build
Why?
up. Like it was just like, yeah, it's like putting two stars against each other, but
For the
nothing,
sake
no
of it.
build up.
And
Yep.
Seth's going to lose, of course.
Yep. So I agree with you. With
He's
that.
been bitter.
I agree.
He's been bitter lately. He's one guy I can see who I could see him show up in AEW at some
Who?
point. Seth Rollins.
No, it's never gonna happen. Never gonna happen.
I think it could. He's
No.
talked enough shit on them. He don't like the Unreal stuff.
Yeah, but I don't see it ever
I
happening.
can see that happening.
So overall, Jesse,
I can.
I mean,
Um,
Edge did.
Jesse Klutz's overall thing.
Yeah, I didn't see that. That was cool.
Some of the camera guys, production truck had several issues. Honestly, I didn't see any of that. I didn't see any of that happening.
But then again, we're not.
The only
looking.
He
only
might
thing
be referencing camera cuts, and they do too many.
he
No.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Jesse
sorry. Yeah,
Clutch.
yeah,
Jesse.
Jesse. Sorry, Jesse. You're referencing camera cuts possibly, and I agree with you. I think if you watch AEW compared to WWE, the one thing I will say they do a lot of are cutting from you're watching from one angle to another, and it's just sometimes you're
Too
all
much.
over the place.
yeah. Sometimes it's
you
too
know,
much.
and that's the old saying
That's
from
fair.
listening to. I used to listen to Bruce
It's like
Pritchard's
that fucking
podcast.
video game Manhunt.
He said they would create the illusion.
Remember
of,
that shit?
Oh, great! I have that downloaded upstairs still, but Bruce Pritchard said they would move the camera to create the illusion of movement, right? So if nothing's going on, you move the camera or you move to another shot to make it
Yeah.
seem like something's going on. So I could see that, on a big show, you could just get a shot and hold it and then move. But
Another thing that I
That's
kind
kinda
of disagree with
that's Mark
when he
nitpicking
said
it. I understand.
there wasn't exciting entrances. I think there weren't any over the top entrances.
Sure.
But if you think about it, Roman came
Well,
out
Triple
to
H isn't there anymore.
Roman came out to the original
Neither is Taker.
the original fucking Bloodline Roman theme.
Sure.
CM Punk had a whole video package before his entrance with his fucking Ring of Honor music playing in the back.
Yeah, it was his tribute
Okay.
to his career.
We already said Nia Jax and fucking Lash Legend came out in a demolition type outfit.
and actually Penta with the fucking that devil
Yes.
devil mask.
So there
or whatever.
Cody had
That
a pretty cool entrance. So I don't necessarily I know what you're saying. There was no over the top moment,
Well, yeah, because
but there were a lot of really cool
Yeah.
additions to the entrances.
because Triple H didn't come out as fucking Terminator or come out on a throne.
And I think that's what his point is. Like
Yeah.
it's something ridiculous there.
or Cena didn't come out with a bunch of John Cenas or in a fucking
So-
gangster thing or
Danhausen's
Yeah.
mini me's.
whatever.
Yeah, it's fair. So, a friend of ours, calendars,
Calendars.
Multiple
the
calendars.
number 7 beard in podcasting, fucking Crander Q says, just like anything else, I'm excited for where it goes. It wasn't the best Mania, but it wasn't that bad.
It's fair.
I mean, it wasn't that bad, but I'm going to tell you, it's probably overall, night 2 helped it. Because after night 1, I was like, this isn't the fucking
Mania.
literally like
Like
it
it
could
didn't
be.
feel like a mania.
It could have been one of the worst WrestleManias
I agree.
after night 1. It wasn't as bad
I mean,
as the one that
that's what
was
we
your
were-
favorite, but it was.
Listen,
it was
Giant
bad.
Gonzalez is the
I
fucking
have
highlight.
a
Man.
question. Do you think if they did Mania in 2 nights, if they just defended all of the titles, that could fill up every night?
Probably.
So you have 2 world titles,
Mhm.
2 women's titles. That's 4. You have 2 tag titles still, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 6. You have
U.S. Intercontinental,
the U.S. Intercontinental. That's 8.
and you have the women's U.S. and Intercontinental
that's
as well.
10, right there. And the women's tag titles. That's 11.
Yes. And then if you wanted to do more, you have the fucking AAA. You have the
NXT. You can even do the
NXT,
NXT
yeah.
title if you want. So that's what I think. Maybe if they're going to continue to do 2 nights, just make all the titles matter and just defend all of the titles. I don't know if that's a crazy concept or not. Maybe I'm just being weird,
Well,
thinking that we
no,
should highlight
no,
every
I
single
absolutely
title.
I agree. I agree
Right?
with you as well.
And it water like you said.
The
like
problem
you
is
always
they're
said,
not highlighting
there's-
all those titles
there's-
weekly.
Yeah, there's too many titles.
Sure, but
They're
if you're
not highlighting them all weekly.
here's the thing: if you're going to have all the titles, defend them all on the biggest show, because even the casual fan will at least give a fuck about a title then. Because if you're going to watch the
That's
one
true.
show, you're at least gonna be like, oh, that's the champ. Oh, that you're gonna
Like
know,
who even is
you know,
True.
who even is
That's a good point.
the other tag
That's
champions?
good.
right?
It's the Vision right now. Who's the other tag champions? Is it still the Wyatt Six or is it
Yeah, see,
who is it?
who the hell knows?
Okay.
That's a-
Who even is
like,
is
honestly,
it
I
is
don't
it
even
still
know.
Chelsea Green, the women's United States
think
champion,
she
or
got
is
injured.
it Julia?
I think Julia, because it didn't.
Or who the fuck is it?
Exactly?
You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So they don't
There's
highlight
too
these
many.
titles enough
There's too many.
on regular television for it to mean anything on WrestleMania. So there's too many titles.
But for the casual fan, you'll at least whoever the titles wrestling in those matches, you'll be like, oh, those are the stars.
Okay.
You know,
No, I agree.
and
with what you're saying.
again, if you're gonna fill up 2 nights, because we just had 11 matches. We just made 11 matches
Yeah.
based off of titles.
Yeah, and
So-
you could have 40
All right,
people
here it is.
wrestle in those 11 matches.
WWE, you're welcome. 11 title matches and bring back Money in the Bank every year at WrestleMania. That's 6. That's 12 matches.
6
2
a night.
nights, 6 matches per night.
All
You're
of them
welcome.
mean something.
You're welcome. 12 matches, and every single one of them has meaning.
But hold on, where are you gonna add in fucking Wayne Brady and fucking Lance
true.
Bass?
And Jelly Roll needs
Yeah.
to wrestle too.
How are you gonna get these guys in?
Oh,
there?
good point.
And Pat McAfee.
Yeah. And when are you gonna squeeze in time for George Kittle and Connor McDavid and Tyrese Halliburton to drink beer together? Dude, you can't.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah,
Because they don't do Night of Champions anymore, right?
they might. Anyway, Crater Q, you're a bum.
You're cool.
No, you're cool. I'm just fucking with you. But
But I
And-
agree.
and-
I agree with
and-
that.
and- and-
I agree with that. Like, let's see where it goes.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, I like the
Like-
positivity where he's like, you know what,
Oh,
it wasn't
he's-
terrible, and
Right.
the outcome
like
of every,
the
and the outcome of every
mindset.
match
Right.
can lead to another storyline. So
Well,
I like positivity. I like,
he's as positive as Charlie Sheen's HIV test.
yeah, exactly.
He really is.
Yeah, and his hepatitis test.
Yeah.
All right.
I-
So
A, B, and C. I took a hepatitis test.
them
I
all.
got 2 A's, 3 B's, and a C.
so we are going to tag them
Tag him and bag
and
him.
bag them. All right.
Should I pour another shot?
Yes.
Very,
Far-
very good people.
Far too many ads.
Yes.
Steve?
And hold on before you continue after that.
Mhm.
I prefaced this fucking post with, we all know there was too many ads, so leave that out. So, tisk tisk, motherfuckers.
No.
Tag them and bag them. Tisk
Yeah,
tisk.
continue, and then I'm gonna take my.
It seems insane for the biggest PLE of the year. Mania was okay. Good moments and some just blah.
Mm.
Didn't live up to past WrestleManias. Things are kind of sloping downward lately, in my opinion.
So, like I already said, far too many ads. I said it in the post to leave it out. So fuck you for that. But you're great anyway. The rest of what you said, 100% I agree with you.
Yeah.
The entire statement is correct.
And can you just read the first 2 sentences over again for me, please?
Besides, far too many ads. Far too many ads.
Right.
Seems insane for the biggest PLE of the year.
That's kind of contradictory.
Mania was okay.
All right, real quick. The biggest PLE of the year. What does that stand for?
Premium live event.
You are paying for this shit. There should be zero fucking commercials. That's the argument. 100. It's not on TV.
I agree.
If you don't, if you do not pay for Disney Plus, ESPN
You know-
package and have it, you're not watching it.
Well,
So why am I
that's
paying for
because
it?
it's changed to premium live event from pay-per-view. That's why they changed it, so that they could do all the ads they want in the fucking world.
It's stupid.
When it's pay-per-view, then when it's considered a pay-per-view. When you order it just to watch it,
Mhm.
yes, I can understand. Fuck those ads. But if you order a fucking ESPN app, a subscription to an app,
Yeah. You shouldn't have to watch fucking commercials.
you should
No,
for that product.
absolutely not.
Yeah,
No
When
way.
you're paying
No
how much a
way.
month,
Yeah.
You have to pay extra to watch something, to watch more, not even commercials, more commercials than that would be on a TV show. Like seriously, right? Like if you're watching SmackDown on Is SmackDown still on what the fuck is SmackDown on? Fox? It's still on Fox?
Is it
What the fuck is it on?
fucking
I
US?
don't-
It's
USA?
USA.
All right.
USA now. No, it's not on Fox. No.
Okay.
It's on USA.
There's less commercials on that shit than there was on WrestleMania. That's my point. So you're paying for wrestling, like again, the casual wrestling fan who is paying extra for this.
Mm.
I think it's fucking stupid. I'm gonna leave it there because you said not to, but
Yep.
All right. So
Fucking
do
whack.
we overall agree with tag 'em and bag 'em?
yeah.
Overall, we're in agreement.
Yeah, 100%.
So our next
Great
one
statement.
is somebody who we're gonna have on the show here very soon,
Can't wait.
aka Mike Payton. This is Cody Michael. Honestly, garbage. Roman and Punk were putting on a classic till Roman used the steps in front of the ref. Sorry, that's a DQ. That was a dumbass Rollins versus The Fiend, and Roman didn't need to win. First off, Roman shat on the title when Rollins held it. Legit said it was basically second place title, and Roman better show up every week. No missing Raw at all. Otherwise, just like when Punk left, box office attraction, Punk is here every week, every Monday. If he loses to a guy who doesn't show up, my wife said it the best. WWE just pissed on Punk's spark, and I wouldn't be surprised if Punk retires now, which would be a shitty way to retire. Don't get me started on Randy and Cody. Both main events had wrong winners. The unsanctioned match between Drew and Jacob was lackluster. Commercial break during JD McDonough, Rusev, and Dragon Lee's entrance? Question marks during Mania? Question marks.
Thank you.
If I was either
I
three,
agree. What is that? An extra
if I was either
5
three,
minutes, 10 minutes?
I'd be throwing a shit
fucking
fit,
air
'cause
time?
that's fucked
No,
up.
That
if I was either three, I'd be throwing a shit because that's fucked up. Stephanie and Liv getting only 7 minutes was trash. The only good things that happened was Oba squashes Brock. The ladder match, although Javon Evans should have won. Paige returned. Danhausen, Cena, Miz, and Kit segment. Very lackluster and BS Mania, in my opinion. I hear all of his gripes here.
Yeah. Very, very great breakdown.
Now, it's funny because I actually stopped myself from saying something that was in this comment. It wasn't a no DQ match. And Roman clearly picked up the steps and hit CM Punk with him.
Yeah.
Match should have ended right there. It's a fucking disqualification.
It's a very good observation. Also a heel move.
Yes.
That was one of those weird matches where they were both baby faces, but both acted like heels.
And then,
Roman wasn't really a baby face.
He acted like a heel.
yeah,
Well,
he
acted
was
like a
supposedly the heel.
Yeah,
He was
it's
supposedly
damn
a
Punk-
heel.
yeah.
That's my point. Like, who's really the heel baby? But they both acted like heels, but they're both kind of baby face.
Where I disagree with him,
You know?
where I disagree
Yeah,
with
let's hear it.
him is where he says both main events had the wrong winners.
Nah, Cody
Should have won.
Yeah, yeah. And,
Randy
and
Orton-
Roman should have won.
Orton
Randy
should've
Orton
won.
And you think
Listen,
Orton should have won?
Orton
No,
should've
Randy
won.
Orton can't
In my
even wipe his
opinion,
ass without hurting his back.
Yeah.
I just
He
feel like
he
one more.
can't do it.
I think I
Yeah,
even
one-
said that.
You don't need it.
Was he going to lose it the next fucking night? The guy can't do it.
He can't hang,
He
but
cannot.
he needs
He
one
cannot
more.
physically
I
do
don't
it
think he
anymore.
needs
It's
it.
unfortunate.
What does he need it for? You don't
He
need
can't
it.
physically do it.
15 time though.
That's
To
great.
pass who? Triple H.
There are people that get zero.
Oh, it
time.
doesn't matter to pass who. I'm
What?
just
So what is
saying.
it? What is that extra title reign?
15 time
What does
For-
it matter though?
for a wrestler that was consistent and amazing.
That would put him in third place in history of title reigns.
Yeah, but I'm
But
just
what did it? But what did
because
it do?
because his career is about to end.
Okay.
Right? Like put it on just like they're doing with CM Punk. Same thing.
But
You
no,
know, I think
no,
it'd be cooler.
it-
Honestly, you know, I
it's
think it'd be
about to
cooler.
end.
it's not the same.
You know-
but
you
what
know-
you're saying, but the thing is yes, CM Punk gets injured, but CM Punk could wrestle every fucking week.
You know, I think would be cool.
Randy can't. And to put the title on him, that's just to put the title on him, just to put the title on him.
Let's take a shot.
There's
real
no
quick.
fucking reasoning behind it. It
Yeah.
makes no sense.
I got an
That's
idea.
like not everybody's John Elway. You know what I'm saying? This guy could until the day he retired. This motherfucker was producing. Not everybody's Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? Randy can't do it. He can't anymore. Unfortunately,
What was Randy Orton's first singles title, and in my opinion, one of his best title runs?
the Intercontinental.
Yep.
Have him
I
win that shit.
remember that.
Him and Penta. Have him win it. Why not? Elevate that title. Have him retire that and retire that. Why not?
I'd rather
fuck, or have him run with it.
Mhm.
I would rather
dope would that
I'd rather
be?
you know what?
Give him one run.
Let's
And you know what'd be cool? He brings that belt back. How
Yeah,
fucking cool. I got that one right there.
have him
Right behind
listen,
Fran. Have
yeah.
him come back with that belt. That would be
Listen.
so fire.
have him beat Penta for the
I'm
title.
on fire tonight.
And then
That's
fuck-
you are.
let's just look.
You're killing
have
it.
him beat Penta for it, but let's
Yeah.
throw fucking Rusev out of that equation.
Yeah.
That's how you get Javon Evans elevated.
Yeah, he beats Orton.
He beats Orton for the
Wonderful.
title
There you go. Because they had a match already before
Yeah.
too.
in NXT.
Oh my god. Yo,
Wow.
we're so good at this. All we need to do is drink. I gotta smoke a little weed. We gotta talk about wrestling, and we're booking.
Yeah.
That would be great. That's good. Honestly, low key, that'd make him actually enjoy Randy Orton.
I would enjoy that. If Javon Evans,
right?
I would really enjoy it. I would look forward to watching
Yeah.
Randy Orton if
Yeah.
Javon Evans and him
Right?
feuded for the Intercontinental
How
Championship.
cool would that
Yeah,
be?
I would. I'd
That'd
be on
cool.
board. I'd be on
Come
board.
on.
All right.
It's a great
So
title.
now we're on
Slept
to the next one.
On to the next one.
Our family. Our
Family.
boy.
Somebody who's actually going
Somebody who's the broski
of the broski.
of Aaron.
This guy's going to come to AEW Double or Nothing with us. He's going to be a part of several episodes coming up, by the way.
Yep. Matt DeLong. Woo. Let's see what you got here.
Let's hear
go.
it for him. Let's hear it.
Night 2 was solid, but they went an hour short. For the money they charge, it's kind of a slap in the face, which I completely agree.
I can get it. I'm behind it.
I will say one thing about the ads. It's WrestleMania. No one's entrances should be
skipped for
skipped.
ads. Yes, you and Cody.
Grandest stage of them all. Yes, Matt. Yes.
People work their
People work their whole lives to get to that point to not even get a televised entrance. Like, come on, man.
Dragon Lee.
I'm gonna say that.
I
McDonald.
mean,
Come
Matt,
on,
to be
man.
fair, they needed to make room for lots of commercials. So how can you have an
How,
entrance when you
how
have a
are we
million
supposed to
commercials,
know that dude wipes
you
exist?
know, on a paid streaming service? Sorry.
JD McDonough at WrestleMania? No, there's dude wipes, bro.
It's not SmackDown or a throwaway match on Raw, if that makes sense. Yes, I will say, like, the entrances being like, you can't even see them
I can't
shits.
see it because you have that fucking tinted shit. Let me see.
I want to tell
Here we
you,
go.
I responded to this comment
Thanks, man.
because I am the social media
Oh, I
guy.
got it. Yeah.
In case anybody understands, I'm the social media guy. If you're ever spoken to by anybody from our social media, 99 out of 100 times it's me.
Yep.
I responded to Matt's comment with, makes complete sense, and you don't sound stupid for once. Anybody who knows me personally, that is a compliment. Just so you know. Even though it was underhanded, it's a complete compliment.
All right. Here's my thing I want to say to Matt real quick. He said that it ran an hour short and he feels like people didn't get their money's worth or whatever. Unanimously, night 2 was better.
Yes.
How many matches were on night 1? You remember?
6.
7.
7?
How many on night 2?
6?
There you go.
I thought it was 6 and 6.
It was 7 and 6.
Okay.
A quicker, cleaner night. And those 6 matches,
And guess
most of them had more story behind them,
Yes.
in my opinion, than night
And
1.
also, it's Sunday.
It's
And most people in America go to work on Monday
Yeah.
morning.
Yeah.
Let's finish up.
So let's do it early. Yeah, and I thought that was a good way to wrap it up. But night 2 was almost reminiscent of how NXT used to be,
Yeah.
except it was 5 matches for takeovers, but they all meant something,
Yeah.
and they were
For sure.
they all delivered for the most part. And I think that's where night 2 shined over night 1, where it was a little shorter, but all 6 matches had meaning and the timing was a little better. Like night 1 was basically 5 short matches, a long match, and then like a normal length match.
Yeah.
Night 2 had much more of a better pace.
For sure.
You know
It
what
did.
I'm saying? It really did.
It was paced out. And then obviously night 1, John Cena coming out so this is also something I'm gonna add. John Cena announcing the attendance being 50,000. And acting like that's phenomenal. Okay. Yeah, at the prices that people were paying, 50,000, you made a lot of fucking money. But we were at WrestleMania 2 years prior. And what was it, 71,000
Something like that. Yeah.
when we were there?
70, at least
It
70,000.
was at least 70. So less people, but more money per ticket. So they don't fuck, and they're getting money off the ads. But I think the feel good moment of night one was Bianca being fucking pregnant. I think that was great. It kind of for fans of Bianca, we're all like, she fucking had finger surgery. Where is this bitch?
Yeah.
Why is she not out here? And that was a feel good moment. I was like, oh, that explains why she's not back.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Montez was on a break,
Yep.
and so was she. So he was just
And Street Profits returned.
laying, just
Yeah.
yo,
No, Street
busting
Profits returned
nuts
on Monday.
all
So that was cool.
day.
But then so
And then
Night-
he started getting that morning
night
thing.
two?
He's like, "Oh, I'm a nut in you for
Forever.
forever."
so since Danhausen since Danhausen has arrived in WWE, they have highlighted him fucking amazingly.
He's
Okay.
he's tailor
So
made.
night
Yes.
2 with him, John Cena Hausen, The Miz, and Kit Wilson, and it was a great segment. It was fucking
Well, yeah,
fun.
that's what I mean. That's what WrestleMania is. Like, you
Yeah.
need a lot of
That's what
segments like that.
WWE is. They are
If it-
wrestling. They are wrestling.
That's the last
entertainment.
one.
All right,
Just
cool.
if it starts getting dark, you tap it. I'm
All
gonna
right,
pee.
cool. All right, great. That's what WrestleMania is, man. Or that's what WWE is.
I like
Wrestling
to
entertainment,
see-
and Danhausen does that because he can wrestle, but he's also entertainment, and he knows his gimmick.
Right.
And he, if you just let him do his thing,
Right.
hey, this is what we need you to do. Can you do that? Yep,
Yeah.
he'll do it.
Yeah.
That's a good. You don't get that.
Like
a
I said, he only
lot of guys are
wrestled-
like, "What do you want me to do?" He's like, "Hey, can I do this? I'll do this for you."
right.
You don't get a lot of guys like that.
Right.
And he can do that.
And he only wrestled one official match
Yeah.
so far. And he's been more than fucking one of the most famous. Like, now he's coming into his own already.
Yeah. I'll have to wait for John to come back for this. But yeah, no, I think Danhausen is a shining
Right.
get. And I said it from the rip
hidden
that
gem.
when he came to AEW that was not his final spot. Because he's tailor made for WWE. He's everything they love and more. He's gonna be their next R-Truth.
Yes, for
You know,
sure.
he is, because they always have that character they can go
Mhm.
to, the laugh at.
Mhm.
But every now and then they'll throw a title on him. And realistically, if you think about R-Truth, like, as much as you're like, oh, ha R-Truth,
He can fucking wrestle.
that he
Well,
got a lot of guys over.
Yes.
Like, anybody R-Truth really ever was with or had a feud
For
with
sure.
or a run with came out way better.
yeah.
Like, you name it. And he's had feuds
So-
with all of them. He had a feud with Cena. He did the little Jimmy thing.
Yeah.
He got a fucking imaginary person over. Are you kidding? Come
So
on.
before we go to our last
Mad
one,
respect.
I want to say I don't remember what I want to say because I was listening to what Aaron was saying.
Yeah. R-Truth, man. He's fucking cool.
That's what's up.
Fuck.
That is
What's up?
That
What's
is- you know
up?
what,
What's
man?
up?
That is
What's up?
That's a shout out to Mike D from the 313, baby. That's what's up.
So,
All right, last one. What we got?
This is from Jess McCumbers.
this is the girl that we're
This
gonna-
is the one. We're
Yeah,
also
sorry.
is also going to be a guest on the show very soon.
yeah.
I didn't hate it. I was glad a lot of the matches were shorter than usual, but a lot of it felt watered down to me, especially some of the women's matches. And yes, I didn't mind the matches being shorter.
No.
I minded that there were so many ads in comparison to match time.
Right.
They would have swapped because there was more ad time than match time.
Yeah.
Swap
should
those
be-
times.
If you had zero ad time, you probably would have had a much better WrestleMania.
She said, other than that, it was fine.
You know?
So, yeah, the women's matches, the women's tag match could have been way better of a match.
They should have just had a 1-on-1 or
Mhm.
2-on-2, technically.
It's fair.
Just, they just, again, they tried to do too much. I think they're trying to cram 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag. It's just too much stuff.
Well,
Sure.
It's
okay,
too
so
much.
it's all right. So it's that, and the fact that they only wrestle fucking what once a week now, twice.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's a big difference. Like you're talking about when I used to fucking see Alberto Del Rio at Stabler Arena type shit. Like no, but I mean, I'm just saying, I'm just fucking saying he was putting in his fucking work, and he was fucking like, look what he became.
You know,
I mean,
know-
granted,
Listen to
know,
the man
no.
speak, people.
Well, hold on. You
Listen
know
to him
why?
speak.
Because it was his destiny. It's my destiny.
like,
But these
that's-
motherfuckers are wrestling
but-
5 days a week.
but that's what I mean. Like now, that's like one or two. Like you can't get that quality that
You
you
know what?
used to.
You bring up a good
Now
point.
I remember now.
As we go through our interview,
That's
journey, we start to interview more and more people.
By
wanna
the way,
start-
Peter Sisko, fuck you.
yeah, I want to start to ask wrestlers how they feel about going from working the house shows to not. Like, one, does it affect their money? And two, if it does, is it enough to make them want to go back, or they're like, fuck, I still make enough and I'm cool. I don't need to wrestle 5 days a week. I'm good with once, maybe twice a week. That's really where they're at.
Yeah.
If you're lucky, you'll wrestle 3 times a week. Maybe
Yeah.
you'll be on Raw. You might do SmackDown if you're a real top guy, and then you're wrestling the pay-per-view that weekend. Maybe. But typically you're wrestling once, maybe twice a week. If
Yeah,
you're
No,
even
you guys
wrestling.
are right.
And then, but think about like that's what I mean. Like
You guys are right.
like we go through these Iron Man
You know?
matches all the fucking time. Like Sean versus Brett. Like
Mhm.
you know how much conditioning you fucking need. Like you got to be fucking wrestling every day.
They were.
the fucking
Yeah.
no, but
That's-
but my
yeah.
point is
Yeah, yeah.
No, you're right.
like it's reps.
But
It's
low
like
key,
it's
some of these guys, they're in good enough
I
shape.
wanna-
They can go 2
I
hours.
wanna-
I mean,
So I think we
Because
talk.
Hangman and Brian Danielson did it on fucking TV.
Let's dial it
You know
in.
what I'm
here.
saying? Kenny Omega did it. You know, they've all
We're-
gone 60.
I agree.
matches.
I agree with you guys.
Yeah.
They need to wrestle more so that they can be able to do
sharpen
better
their
long-
skills.
yeah. So
Like,
I want
simple.
to finish it off with we heard our fans' opinions. We heard our opinions. I just want to finish off with a little discussion about. Did you guys see this thing about this ESPN guy that was coming to all the WWE shows and doing like ratings and stuff?
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Mhm.
And he was not invited to WrestleMania, and he was like in an uproar about it. Like, why am I not at WrestleMania? Like, they declined my credentials.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah, never.
I'm going to tell you this right now. If I come to your house, if you cook me dinner 4 or 5 different times, and I tell you it tastes like shit, are you going to invite me to dinner again?
Hell the fuck no.
So that guy, fuck that guy.
Also, you could have bought a ticket.
Could have bought a ticket.
You just went to the show.
Yep. But if you're going to continuously talk down on their product, why would they invite you to come back?
Yeah.
They're going to invite people that talk good about their product.
Sure.
It
Or report it fairly and criticize it when it's fair.
well,
to
let's
criticize it.
let's not say the guy didn't report it fairly, because he was right with most of the stuff he said. But if I have 2 people and one is like, John, you're the fucking best, and the other one's like, yeah, John's fucking garbage, who am I going to invite to come talk about John?
True.
The guy who talks good about me. So
Yeah. And I mean, to now you just like got my fucking mind going. But there's this ESPN fucking radio show guy, right? He's like, you got over fucking 40-year-old grown men still watching wrestling? Like, what the fuck? Like, first of all, motherfucker, like you're on ESPN. You know what I mean? The first, that's just number one. Like, what? Like, shut the fuck up.
yeah,
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, the way I see
who
it
is
is
it?
like,
Fuck you.
it's like,
call him out. Say his name.
fucking, I don't want to
Say his name, because I
No.
probably listen to
Shit
a lot
all
of his
over.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to that. I don't want to like
The ESPN
bring him-
guy?
Yes.
All right, I'll find it.
And it's just like how people were commenting, like, yes, it's like do grown men watch movies?
Sure.
Yeah.
I was just going to
Yes.
say that.
Do grown men watch fucking sitcom or what not sit no, I guess they're not sitcoms, but like shows
Sure.
on TV?
Of course.
Like what the fuck? Like you know what I mean?
Snow's not a real person.
That just
You know, Game of Thrones isn't real. Freddy Krueger's not a real person. You know, SpongeBob also
Right.
isn't real. You can go on and on.
but it's just like
Yes.
come on, bro. Like you had to
Wrestling's for
shit
most
on
people's nostalgia
fucking
because we grew up with it. My thing is, you work for ESPN and you say all that, your network owns it, okay, and covers it like a real sport. So suck on that, buddy.
yeah.
I think that.
And your biggest star in your fucking network is part of it. Pat McAfee.
I think, my opinion, that kind of took away from it.
Mhm.
Right? I don't think they're going to do that next year. At least I hope they don't. They really covered WrestleMania like a real sport.
Right.
And as much as we all love wrestling and love sports,
I mean,
you're right.
I'm happy it's on
It's-
ESPN.
it's-
like
I'm not taking anything away because I love wrestling.
But covering it like a
it's-
real sport,
it's-
definitely, yeah, you're right.
It's not.
It's
It's
not.
different. Cover it like wrestling. Let the wrestling people cover wrestling. Let ESPN cover football, baseball, basketball, soccer,
Right.
hockey, the legit stuff.
yeah.
You know?
So that
like-
one kind of hit me. Like it was just like, bro, like, why are you so upset that a lot of there's a fucking majority of people that love this shit.
Yeah.
That's what got me like. But like it's whatever.
Andreas Hale was
Like,
the
we're
guy
all-
who
we're all
was not
good.
allowed for the getting the credentials. His name was Andreas Hale.
So buy a ticket. They didn't sell out, so you definitely could have bought a ticket. They had seats available. 100%. You could have went. So
Who had the negative comment? Because I heard this
stop
too.
being a bitch.
He basically said the same thing that you just said.
It's-
Stop treating WWE like it's a real sport.
Yeah.
His
Yeah,
name's
stop.
Rob
Yeah.
Rob Parker?
Parker.
So
There
he's
you
on
go.
Fox. He's
Oh,
on
is
Fox.
he on
Hey,
Fox
yo,
now?
here's the deal. I'm not
All right,
saying
my bad.
I'm not saying
Fox.
don't like it. I'm not saying like
My
don't
bad.
like it.
That's who it
Just
is.
Oh,
don't treat it
So
like
by
it's
the
a
way,
real sport.
you know who advertises on Fox Sports? TNA. I hear an ad for them every morning. I listen to Ben Maller every morning on the way to work.
That's the beautiful part about wrestling right now. You got TNA, you got AEW, you got
Ring of
NWA,
Honor.
Ring of Honor, fucking
MLW.
MLW, and then what's the other one? Maple Leaf Wrestling.
Yeah,
MLP.
Maple Leaf Pro.
They're about to come to some other channel. They're going to be on TV
And
too.
I'm gonna be honest with you,
Yeah.
you got JCW Juggalo Championship
So
Wrestling that is
much
blowing up right now.
shit
There's so much stuff.
out there.
Let's get it.
So
Fuck Rob.
Rob Parker, you are an idiot. You've said a lot of dumb shit. I've
Dumb
heard
shit.
it about all sports. You're fucking stupid.
I get a nameplate. What nameplate should I get for this IC title? Never know. It's just a blank.
How
When you
about
see this, who do you think? I think of Jericho.
Dusher von Gayface?
Yeah.
Dusher von
Jared-
Gayface.